Tonight, I want to take a minute and talk about, I actually want to take more than a minute. I want to take some time to talk about how important it is to have people in your community who you trust and you can lean on. And hold on one second, I have to do one more thing. Invite. Um, I forgot to hit record, but it's taking a minute to come up. So hang tight, people. Okay, Kim. Okay, that's not working. So anyway, let's go into it. I thought for many years that um, the way to grow my practice was to offer my services for free or severely discounted, or um, make promises that I didn't really feel that were in integrity with my time, energy, money balance, or really say yes to anybody, right? And I did this for a long time because that's what I learned to do. And I never learned how to use discretion when it came to the people that I serve and the way that I serve them. I can't be a jack of all trades. I can be really good at a couple of things max. And I figured out really early on that the thing that I wanted to be really good at was serving pure chiropractic care to families. And I had to get really clear on how to serve them and how to be um, proactive about them finding me as the resource in the community for what I do. And I thought the way to do that was to stand in front of Walmart on Saturday mornings and offer my services for free. Right? Like the Girl Scouts stand in front, they charge for cookies. And I would be like, free spinal health checks, free this, free that. And later on, when I think what happened is I kind of ran out of time. Like my time became so limited, I didn't have time to stand in front of Walmart. So I had to think smarter, not harder. And I started to develop relationships in my area. This is all accidental, you guys. It's just the way that it went. I think what happened is I um I started having kids. So this was probably 10 years into practice. I started having kids. And I developed relationships with the local midwives because I was their patient. And I'm kind of a chatty Cathy. Like I like to go in and get to know people and know what their struggles are and what they're thinking about and what's different about their practice compared to my practice. I like to get to know people. And I got to know my midwife, my doula, the lactation consultant, the postpartum doula. I got to know them really well. And in exchange for knowing them really well, I became really trusting of referring to them. I didn't know that if I was going to refer to them, that this was also the pediatric dentist, the local Montessori school, like all the services that I was becoming really familiar with because I was using them as a client or I was their practice member. And what would happen is we would develop these relationships, and they knew that I was a chiropractor, and they knew that I was somebody that they could trust and that they liked and that their practice members would probably like too. And we developed these referral relationships. It just kind of happened, right? And if you give your practice enough room and enough time, it's just going to happen. I promise you. So don't quit before the miracle happens. That's the point there. Then, um, and so what I found was the older my kids got, the more all of these referrals would come in. And I know the more that happened, the less I had to do the screenings at Walmart. And I liked it because people who were referred to me, there was no work to do. They already knew that I was trustworthy because somebody told them that for me. And there's nothing more powerful than a referral as far as new practice members are concerned. Um, so I learned I learned pretty early on that these were relationships that I needed to nurture. And how do I do that? Well, I happen to have a whole book for you on how to do that. I'm actually going to give you guys the code for getting both of my marketing books and our AI course so that you can grab the words for all the marketing for $24. It's called our More in 24 promo. So I'll drop the link to that wherever you're watching this. And I figured out that the way to nurture these relationships was two birds, one stone. Like, um, not only was I going to facilitate experiences for these wellness practitioners to connect with each other, I was also going to do it in my office so that they saw that my office wasn't a scary place. They saw that my tables were comfortable and my music was lovely and my water was clean and all of the things, right? And it established trust, it developed trust. And I would have these networking evenings, and all of the people who served our ideal clients would come to these networking meetings on a regular basis. I don't do these anymore in my practice because that's not where my mind is right now. My mind right now is on this community and serving as much as I can because I feel like that's God's work for me right now. So fast forward to now and my friend Kim that I wanted to talk about, and she's what inspired this talk. It's so funny, you guys. I plan everything, and I've left my Monday evening shares unplanned. I've left them to be time that I speak from my heart, what feels right to share with you guys intuitively. And if I can't find anything, I share my current experiences. So this weekend I went to a convention, and there weren't a lot of people there. It just, for whatever reason, it wasn't well attended. I did a talk and I think there were 8 people in my audience. But what did happen is I met people I had already connected with in the wellness community, the different leaders in the wellness community, and they were also vending at this event or speaking at the event or had a table at the event. And I really took it as an opportunity to nurture relationships. And my buddy Kim was there, and Kim is this dynamo rock star chiropractic coach, and she is a coach in bravery. She's actually going to be doing a talk for our club members, hopefully next month, on being brave, on being a brave warrior in practice. And I took the opportunity this weekend to nurture that relationship because I really like her, and I didn't ever have time to spend getting to know her, because usually at these events we're shaking hands and kissing babies, right? Which is what you're supposed to do at an event. But there weren't a whole lot of hands to shake and a whole lot of babies to kiss. So what we did instead is we connected with other people who were serving our ideal clients, which are you guys. So that was fun. And what will come of it, I don't know. I know that there will be opportunities that come from it. For example, I'm bringing her into our community to do a talk for the club members. That's a great opportunity because there's enough to go around for everybody. So somebody else might say, oh, I'm not going to spend time nurturing that relationship because she's competition. I don't believe that there's competition, especially not in chiropractic, especially not with wellness practitioners. I like to say that we're all like superheroes. Like, you can't get enough. There can't be too many superheroes, right? Everybody has their lane of genius, and Kim's lane of genius is so different than mine. So I can't wait to refer to her. Um, the same is true with my buddy Pam Jarboe. I referred somebody to her today, another coach within the wellness community, totally different than what I do. And I love to refer to her because I know if I do that, that person's going to be taken care of really well because I know what caliber of coaching she does. So my offer to you this week is this. Take the time. First of all, if you don't know who your perfect practice member is, start there, because part of perfect practice member is discovering who are they already going to for their groceries and their banking and their yoga classes and their Lululemon outfits and whatever it is that your perfect practice member is out there consuming. Who are they going to do that consumption with? Those are the people to invite to lunch, right? You make a list of those people and you just get to know them. And a lot of we actually have a course in the Staffless Practice Academy called the Introverted Practitioner. And I created this course for one of my clients who I was pushing towards starting to develop these relationships. And his response was, I really don't know what to say when I have these lunches. And I was like, well, let me create a class for you. So I did just that. And our promise to our clients when they join the academy is that if we don't have the class for them, we will develop it, or we'll go find the person who's the best at that thing and bring them in to teach it. So I developed this class called the Introverted Practitioner, and the basic thought of it with it was if you are an introvert and it's your day to take the local doula or the local dentist or the local health food manager, health food store manager to lunch, how do you handle it? How do you handle the stress of it without having it ruin your weekend because you have lunch on Monday morning or lunch on Monday afternoon with this person? All of that is in the academy. So I think for this week, what I want you to think about, my challenge to you or my offering to you is who are your perfect practice members? Who who are they already frequenting? What services are they already frequenting? And how can you develop healthy relationships with those services, those business owners, those practitioners, so that you don't have to spend your Saturday mornings at Walmart. Is that fair? Okay, let me see if anybody is hanging out with a question. And if not, I'm going to bid you good night. And I hope that everybody has a beautiful Monday evening. And I hope that daylight savings is being kind to you. Okay, we're going to go ahead and share this and go make the world better with great care. I'll see you next week.